Yanni had to buy Yanni at Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Broncos at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league that's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Williams. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Harris will score. Touchdown, Broncos. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. The deep to return it is Marcus Jones. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair.
That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Randy Gregory in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Boswell's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On play action, here's Tua. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, 75 yards. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as they have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Rolling to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ultra. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. A nightmare of a first half for him. I mean, that's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and 1. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. The left side caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Boswell's kick is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They're going to look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Ritter will throw for it.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
2 now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
From midfield, here's Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll get that complete to Alberto. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Play action. Now it's Tua. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown, Broncos. Alberto, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point from McManus is good. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 3. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great play there with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Here's Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. With the points that we've seen